Coming up in today's episode of Inspire to Inspire.
Why should you monetize your story? Why is it important that I even crafted that story and organize it better? So what are you doing and who can you go and actually help right now?
Mr. M. Dongo.
Mr. Dongo.
Wonderful time working with Mr. G.
Mr. M. Dongo, and he is a 10x person.
I love your energy.
You just go like boom, 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 boom. It's amazing.
I always love the way this man carries himself with dignity and respect.
I believe that every person who was born on this earth does have a story to share with the world and get paid while doing the same thing. We were created to be inspired to inspire others through our storytelling. Even the Bible, the number one best-selling book ever created, ever written in this world for ages and ages. That book is full of stories, story of salvation, story of God, story of God's people that we still read every Sabbath, every Sunday, every day to draw lessons out of that and live our life better. And those stories, they are the stories that inspires people each and every day. In today's episode, I'm gonna show you exactly how your story is more valuable than anything else you may think about. Hey there, welcome to today's episode of Inspire to Inspire. My name is Mnyazi Dongo, aka Mr. M. Dongo, and today I'm gonna give you this lesson of how to monetize your story the right way. And at the end of this training, of this episode, I'm going to actually give you a free guide that is going to be a downloadable written 7 ways to monetize your story. And in this episode, I'm just gonna teach you 3 of those 7 steps that you can actually take. And these are the stories, these are the steps that I use each and every day to monetize my story. As you know, I always teach and tell people that I didn't just start as Mr. D. My story started when I was very, very young. That little boy who was so much depressed by the divorce of his parents, who had no idea of how to even navigate life through all these other challenges. Just that boy who had no idea how to get up in the morning and say good morning or good morning. I still don't know how does that feel. But through all that, I had one thing that I hold so dear to my life, which was that dream that I had about my life. I had no idea of what is out there, but one thing that I know was that there is nobody who was born with a stamp on their forehead saying that these are the people that are going to inspire the nations. These are the people that are going to be successful. These are the people that are going to be driving big cars. These are the people that are going to have fat bank accounts. These are the people that are going to have this. So that is one thing that I've been telling my story each and every day of my life as I was growing. And guess what happened? I tend to live and follow that dream my entire life and chase that dream my entire life. Right now, oh my goodness, I am living in my dream. I am living within my dream right now. Why? Because I unlocked the secrets of monetizing what I currently have. I don't hold a university degree. I'm not saying degrees are not okay. Degrees, if you have the opportunity of actually going there to do that, well, congratulations, go and do that. But I don't hold any. I don't come from a perfect background. I don't come from a rich family. But I actually come from a family that understood that there is more to life than just be whatever that we are doing. There is more to life than just going out there and not living your dream. There is more to life than what people might actually go through. So that is my background. And I know that there are millions of other people out there who are coming from a similar background than me. And also how I jumped into business, there were so many ways that I have been trying to achieve. There's so many things that I've been trying to achieve in my own business, but I had no guidance. I literally had no guidance in my own business of how could I start this business and how could I take it to be a successful business as it is right now. But guess what? I managed to overcome those things. Now I tell stories of how did I come from just being this person to be running a business in over 41 countries, from just being an idea to be creating a global impact, from just being an idea to be creating a self-sustainable income, scalable online business just by telling my story, my skills, and my experience. So that is what I am here to also share with you. So let's dive into this, and I'm just gonna give you 3 ways, as I said. But before we even dive into this, very, very first thing that you need to know is, why should you monetize your story? Why is it so important that you monetize your story? And why does your story matter? Does your story even really matters most? Like, what is it? What's so special about your story? Is there anything that you can do to change somebody about that story? Let me give you an example. Siblings have 4 siblings, right? And myself, we are like 5. But we all have different life experiences, and we all went through life differently. Even though we're eating from the same plate, even though we've got same mom, same dad, we all have different experiences. And that is important. And my brother teaches me some of his skills or some of the experience that he actually went through. Can he tell me a story that I'll be like, wow, how did you went through this, yet we were together in the same family? Is that possible? Well, like recently, a few years back, we all went through a pandemic of COVID-19. All of the people, they would tell you different experience. They would tell you how did they overcome that, the mental illness, how did they manage to make money, how did they sustain their own businesses during COVID. Some people went through recession, and they'll tell you how did they do that, how that time was the greatest time of their life ever. And some they'll tell you how that was the worst time of their life ever. We all went through different experience in life. But when we tell stories to then draw lessons that we all went through, that we all learned from that experience, from that story, from that period of life. I went through COVID-19, and that was the best year of my life ever. I still wish I could actually go back to 2019 and double down on what I know right now and try to actually live in that 2019. Because in 2019 only, my business grew from just being in one city in South Africa, in Pretoria, to being in over 21 countries globally. That was COVID. We managed to actually grow from making $3,000 to $4,000 a month to literally go and make $138,000 in 11 months. We did that during COVID. Those are some of the things I can now share on how can you build a recession-proof business, a pandemic-proof business. I am not this guru of this and that. I am just sharing with you my experience, my story, like what I went through, my story of going through pandemic in business. That's exactly the only thing that I am sharing with you. I want you to draw lessons from that story. Look into your story and draw lessons from that. And we tell stories to relate to other people that are going through the same thing right now, currently. That's the other reason why I always talk about your story. You tell your story so that you can be able to minister to somebody who is going through the same problem right now. Because I believe that there is millions and millions of people out there who are going through the same problem that you are currently going through, or who are going through the same problem that you went through yesterday. And how big of a blessing to go back and help the people who are where you were once were. You are best equipped to help your yesterday, to help your yesterday. You are best equipped because you went through that same process. You went through some of those problems. You know what to do. Unless if you didn't learn from that story, then you might find yourself in the same problem again, for you to learn some of the lessons so that you can go back and help other people as well. And guess what? We have stories so that we are able to inspire other people to do better, to inspire other people to actually go through life in a shortcut so that they won't go through the same problems that you went through when you were going through that same problem that you went. So I want you to look into your story right now and be like, oh wow, my past 10 years, I went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So why must I share my story with somebody? Like, what is it? Like, why must I share my story with somebody else out there? Why is it important? What exactly did I went through that might motivate me to share my story with somebody out there? I want you to take a look at that as we go into a short break right now. See you soon.
Imagine skyrocketing your business without breaking the bank. Sounds too good to be true? Get any of the BNC International's automation packages. This is your ticket to more clients and less stress. Our services cover everything from Facebook and Instagram ads to lead magnets, funnels, and basic automation. Plus, you get a one-on-one coaching session to tailor everything to your business needs. Choose from our 3 awesome packages. The basic package at just $499, the growth package at $997, and our premium package at $1,499. Each package is designed to optimize your ads and maximize your results. No more guessing games, just real measurable results. And the best part? We handle all the heavy lifting so you can focus on what you do best, running your business. Ready to transform your marketing? Click the link below and let's get started with BNC International's automation packages. Because your business deserves the best.
Hey there, and welcome back to this episode of Inspire to Inspire. And today's topic, it is how to monetize your story. And in this segment, I'm now going to talk about how do you craft your story. I understand that you may be like, okay, Mr. D, I went through a lot for the past 10 years, or for the past 20 years, for the past 50 years. I went through a lot. So how then do I craft it so that it can be an organized story? Why is it important that I even crafted that story and organize it better? Why is it that so important? And how can I do it in a way that is going to be understandable to other people and in a way that is going to be relatable to other people? Here is how you can actually do that. Because remember, if you can just tell stories for the sake of telling stories, then you will end up having a concoction that is not drinkable. You end up having something that people will end up being confused. You end up not knowing exactly where are you going. My friend, your story, if you are 28 years, if you are 50 years old, you've got 50 years worth of story. And unfortunately, you cannot share 50 years worth of story in one sentence. But you can go within those 50 years and find out this segment of your life where you were down, where you were on your highlight, and how did you become down there? How did you transition from this day? That's all what people wanna hear. That is all what matters most. You just need to find your highs, your lows, and what did you do to move from your low to your high. How did you overcome that? That is the most important. So address the what. What happened? What happened in your story? For example, it's for me, especially when you take a look in my book, No Excuses for Me, I talk about no excuse is valid in there. Because if I were to actually make excuses about my life, trust you me, I was not going to be able to actually live the kind of life that I live right now because I had speech impairment. I didn't have education. I was in a foreign land. My industry was flooded by people who had money already, and not even one of those people were stammering, and one of those people had an accent. But I jumped into this and just walked. I lived my truth. So what happened? I looked in my life and told myself that you were born for more. You were born with more. You were born to become a better person. You were born to go out there and jump and help millions of other people that are out there who are going through the same problem that you actually went through. You were born so that you can go and inspire somebody who was born poor. Just like you were born to actually to go out there. You have a message that you can go and share with other people. That is what I told myself. When I looked back, I saw millions of other people who were my young Munya. And I was like, Lord, help me. I am not going to live another day until I help these people to become better. I'm not going to live another day until I help these people to grow and become better, so that they won't go through the same problems that I actually went through. They won't go through the same problem that I went through. I told myself that, Lord, help me so that I won't go through this same problem ever again in my life. So that is the reason. That is the word that I actually picked up. And then the next thing, I want you to look at how that can be prevented. How did you went through that? Here are 5 steps I went through my problem. Here are 5 steps I actually went through from making $3,000, $4,000 a month. A month. That is like almost like 20,000 to 30,000 a year. To be making 138,000 in 11 months during the pandemic season. I can now tell you, how did I do that? How did I use my story, my skill? How did I change my story to be doing that? How did my story change? I can now show you the little steps. That is the help. So you need to look at the what, and number 2, you need to look at the how did you, the transition, the process, and how did you come up on top? This is how I changed my mindset about this and that. This is what happened when I realized that I had more to give to other people. When I realized that I might be a selfish person if I don't share my story. When I realized how selfish I was to sit down. When I looked at and see millions of other people, millions of other businesses that were really, really struggling, actually, to survive in COVID time, because they didn't have the automation, they didn't have systems in place, they had no idea what to do. How can they pivot their businesses so that they can actually be able to meet the 2020 the 2020 and beyond standard of running your online business or whatever business that might be actually that you might brand. How did I help them to become better in that? That is what I can say. And what are the lessons that I drew from that from that experience or from that story? What is it that I can now teach somebody right now and be like, hey, here are 5 lessons that I actually learned in COVID. Here are 5 lessons that I actually learned in my life, as I had no idea of how to become a better person, as I knew that I do not have to settle. When I had this dream, what are the steps that I actually took, and what are the lessons that I took? For example, the lesson that I actually got from just my story is that no excuse is valid. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you are from. What language do you speak? How educated you are? Have you got an accent? How young? Are you black, white, Indian, red, pink? It doesn't matter who you are. Straight, gay, lesbian. It doesn't matter. Married, single. It doesn't matter who you are, okay? What matters most is, do you have a dream? Do you have a story? Can you draw out lessons? And can you find out people who need that lessons, who need to learn the shortcut to shorten the curve, who need to skip the learning curve? Because you did the learning curve for those people. You did the learning curve for them. You did the learning curve for those people. So what you need to do now, you need to find ways of actually combating those problems and simplify the entire process that you went through in your life. You need to simplify that and write it down. Like what I did, I then simplified through my program. The 3 things to monetize is free in my BNC mobile app. You can download the mobile app right here. And also in my program called the Ideas Income Program, you can also check it right here as well by scanning this QR code right here. Ideas Income Program, where I give you in 7 weeks how you can follow through the same process that actually that helped me from having a $0 business into running a multi-6-figure online business today. How did I do that? That can literally help you, because in there I don't go and share these are the research about this philosophy or whatever. No, I just show you what is it that I did and how can you do that so that you can shorten your learning curve. So I have went to school for you. Well, I paid the school fees for you, which is I made so many mistakes and I still came up on top and made so much money and helped hundreds of people globally to actually do the same and live their dream life. So I am inviting you to also do the same. Well, let me see you after the break.
Everybody is looking for that secret formula to boost their business. Guess what? We have it. Welcome to the Kickstart Coaching Program. You get 90 days of expert guidance to start, scale, or restructure your business like a pro. Coaches, authors, trainers, and online entrepreneurs, this is your chance to shine. With our program, you'll discover powerful strategies, tailored advice, and the support you need to thrive. Imagine transforming your passion into profit. Imagine turning your dreams into reality. Join the Kickstart Coaching Program now and unlock your business potential.
My friend, welcome back to the last segment of the Inspire to Inspiration. And in today's episode, we are discussing more and more about how do you monetize your story right now. How to monetize your story. And in this segment, I want to give you the 3rd tip of monetize. Remember, you can download the free guide by clicking the link or by scanning this QR code that is popping up on your screen right now, or by checking the link in the description or in your show notes. You can download this and get 7 ways that you are actually going to be following that are going to help you to monetize your stories from now going forward. So right now, let's now discuss more and more about monetize. So now that you know what is the story that you're going to do, you now know why are you supposed to do this, and you now know how to actually craft the way of monetizing this story. Now, let's talk about monetizing. Monetizing. So how then do you make money out of this? There are many ways of doing that. There are courses, coaching, communities, and all those other things. But before we even go any further, I want you to identify people who are going through the same problems that you actually went through already, the same problems that you have overcome long time ago. I just want you to look at those people and find them. And your life will never be the same again. Because you are changing those people's lives, those people that are going through the same problems that you literally went through. And trust me, there is millions of people. There are millions of people right in your community. If you even write on your Facebook note, hi guys, is there somebody who is going through this? You're still gonna get so many comments. In your sphere of influence, you have at least 10 people that are going through the same problems that you actually went through. So I want you to identify those people. Number 2, I want you to show them what is possible out there. What is possible for you if you are actually to jump into ideal income. Within 7 weeks, you'll be having an online business that is scalable up to 6 figures. You may not make 6 figures in 7 weeks, but you have a plan to make 6 figures in the next 6 months by following a simple plan. That is what is possible. How do I know? I went through the same problem. I went through the same program. My clients are going through the same program. My clients are getting the same results and even better. I am getting the same results and even better each and every year. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. My way, it is working. Your way is not working. So why can't you try mine? Because mine is working. And I know I can prove that this is working. I make money telling my story and just helping people by identifying the lessons from my story and share with those people. And I'm not sharing this to everybody, but I'm just finding that right audience. Those people who are going through, those people who are struggling the same way I was struggling. Those are the only people I am focusing on each and every day. Nothing else and nobody else. So what are you doing and who can you go and actually help right now? Remember, number 3, it is always about shortening the learning curve. It is always about shortening the learning curve. So I don't want you to go and become a philosopher of whatever, a doctorate of whatever. Just go through your life right now and find out what could you have done that could have saved you 5,000 and that could have saved you 3 months of working on this thing. What could you have done 6 months back that you could have actually shortened and make it, instead of it to become a 6-month program or 6-month process, you could have achieved the same thing within your first 3 months or within your first 3 weeks. What could you have done and how can you become better? Or how did you then modify that? I want you to write that down and present that to your clients or present that to your audience. Because if you don't present that, then you are speaking Chinese to people who have no idea about what is a Chinese language. So speak their language by addressing their problem, by addressing what they are going through right now, by addressing where can they become better, by addressing what can they do, by addressing where can they go and change in their own life so that they can be able to get the same result that you actually got. That is what I want you to take a look at. How to not make the same mistakes that you actually make. Teach them how to not make the same mistakes that you went through. Because if you don't do that, then they are going to make the same mistakes that you literally went through as well. They are going to make the same mistakes that you literally went through as well. So what can you do to combat that problem so that you can be able to give them a shortcut? What can you do right now? Right? What can you do right now to help them do that? And give them a pathway to hope. Give them a pathway to what is possible. Get in their head and know where exactly they want to go. How do you know that? Because you were once them. You were there before. So you need to get in there and know, okay, this person who's trying to do this, this is where they want to go. And ask them, what is it that you want to do? And then merge their goal and your goal. Make it together and give them a clear pathway of this is where you can be. This is how you can, this is what you can do. This is what is possible for you. This is how you can run through this. This is how you can make your life easier. This is how you can change your life. This is how you can build your own business. This is how you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. Show them that. Just like what I'm doing right now. All these ways that I'm giving right now, these are the things that I literally went through in my own business, in my own life. And look at me now. All right? So go through that. And remember, you need now to put a price on that. Charge them. I charge my ideal income. It is $1,000 program. Or you can actually get in by just paying $99 for the next 12 months. It is $1,000 or $99 for the next 12 months. By paying it in installment, you could do that and still get the same result. Charge your worth. Charge what you want. Because remember, you are saving them. You are saving them 3 months of their life. You are saving them 5 years of their life. You are saving them 16 mistakes by just fixing that one problem. By just fixing that one problem, you are giving them a shortcut to life. So don't be shy to charge your worth. Well, I charge my worth. And I do that with pride. Why? Because I know that I went through stuff. I lost a lot of money. I lost a lot of time. I wasted a lot of time. I wasted a lot of money. I wasted a lot of resources without knowing what was I doing. Now that I know exactly what I was doing, or what I'm now doing, if I were to go back 5 years ago and start my own business, with the knowledge that I have right now, trust you me, I could achieve all that I've achieved in the past 5 years in 3 months. I could do that. Why? Because I know exactly what I went through all those problems and I went through all those lessons. Now I know that. Now you know exactly what you went through. Now you know exactly what you can become. Now you know exactly what they can also become. And you know what are the problems they are going to actually go through. So what is the best way of having them even pay you and you getting paid to show them how can they become a better person and how can they get the results that you're actually having? This is your time for you to put your price. Charge exactly what you want, exactly that price that is coming in your head. Charge however you want. Don't even research in the market like how much people are charging in the market. Charge what you want, because they can get the same information on YouTube, they can get the same information on Google, but they are paying access. My friend, they are paying access to you. So it doesn't matter who is it that is out there. You can charge what you want. Doesn't matter how experienced you are. Doesn't matter how are you starting your online business today. Put that ridiculous price that you want. You address people who are willing to actually learn from you and get the value that they want. And if because that money is not painful to them. So you need to charge them something that is going to remind them that I have to do the work. I have to do the work for me to get the results. So thank you so much for joining me on this webinar. And right now, I want you to schedule a call with me by scanning the QR code on your screen right now, or by clicking on the link that is in the show notes. Schedule a free coaching call with me. I would like you to jump on a call with you, or you'll be on a call with my team members. They'll be there. Download my mobile app and go there and learn and implement. Go back and actually go through this episode 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. I still listen to my episode every day for the next 6 days. I do that because I'm still also getting amazing lessons as well from the episode that I also do. And download our free guide by clicking on the link that is also in the show notes as well, or the link on your screen right now. Download the workbook that is going hand in hand with today's episode. And don't forget to be inspired to inspire. Subscribe, like, and share with other people. Give us a review. Comment, because that is also gonna help us to become better and also reach more and more other people. My friend, I'm so inspired that you reach this far, and I really hope that you got some amazing lessons. I really hope that you actually gained that knowledge that you are going to use in your own life right now. So go well, become better, and don't forget to be inspired to inspire. This is your guy, Mr. M. Dongo, signing out. God bless, and let me see you next week. Bye-bye.
Mr. M. Dongo.
Mr. Dongo.
Wonderful time working with Mr. G.
Mr. M. Dongo, and he is a 10x person.
I love your energy.
You just go like boom, 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 boom. It's amazing.
I always love the way this man carries himself with dignity and respect.